anytime we go take a live coverage, and then we let the whole audience know what is right happening in the Parliament House. And so as we still discuss any moment the inauguration starts, we just go right away, go take coverage of it. My sister, let me come to you. Assessing the president's financial sector. Would you say the financial sector wabuaye ma sika bakru ana wabuaye ma yenya ye ho kakra say na obe assess president.
I won't assess him to be 100%. I will assess him to be 50%.
50%.
Even 15 krama man dodo. Me san kra so.
Why?
Why is that saying? I'm a teacher. Me a teacher ni. Akufado era. Ena mejuma bo me na teacher fo nyina. Enam yade kode wo COVID-19 ti. Ena mbete na afie. Me bete na afie no. Mma me nton ma me papa nton me nko na mete. Enti putting myself in all teachers who are putting myself in teachers who are in the same position with me. Eti yebeka say Akufado aboya no mboy.
But let me set the record straight. I mean, even though COVID-19 has come to, I mean, have some sort of effect on us, but I wouldn't say it is out of the president's governance.
It's not out of his governance though, but Yansha Adio, ex-president Mahama Breso, and yet say Arabia ba, Ebola, then or or making sure so putting things in order to the extent say country ne be crampon yeden embem or closing all borders. But who president what to say Arabi say instead of you to close borders no one year first person say say you so free outside country buy ya no obesin ko kuma say him fine fa on mo start free here and am crofo start say mo yeden omunye bi etinu time na nke so close borders na ade ni bi ba because Ghana dey say COVID-19 so Ghana dey yeden yenye bi Ghana yenye bi yeni ba ye ho so na yare no edu Ghana. It imagine you close borders near the Adena, and Kayana be bedru Ghana, and Kaindu. And secondly, no so a banis cafe ma banker or close yin na minimo be at so now, Nisikan canis, Nisa canisika. And Pacrono, Minoka say he is living hand to mouth because of seeing close bank in Intino. Oniska. Batuko come make say you tua dodo na one ma unemployment I den adults because some crofo na bi mu komo ye adwuma aka anya kromo nya 10 pesos so nya 20 pesos we close what he should have done as a president and he said I come from na koni omo ntina se ni se ni hu se etini ye be ye ne den ansa na ye be close no nkrofo na musika wo mu no den ye be ye ansa na ye den ye close no. No mo say omo go strike akwaje omo scan ya de ye de mo ye fa mo etinu we no misika wo mu bia maboka minka ye bia makwaje loan na me di ye adwuma ochina kwa dansuma bebia me wo nkrofo bi wo ho no mo loan me refi omo anaju 12 o'clock pra bo home no mkitom private car no mo na no mo je eti imagine makwaje sa loan bia menya masomdwie if na menye scan na ide edi aye we say sure last year hwanya me course mmafo mu kire mo na se nkrofo yi time ka me de nye sky den etua emu lockdown ni ade if na me konye sky wo ebi ese sky na me save ye no akenu bi na ka me mebusu ebe de ye be die free se government ne ba hwe US Messi COVID-19 mu omo cheduane mo omo citizens efe but I say yes COVID-19 ye cheduane amaya na nkrofo be 1000 500 200 ye nyina ye group of akọ eti yare na spread eduane ni ye be de nye biedi ye nye di crampers akọ yale aka then am patron is this a good economy? What we know is say one district one factory ni ade ni nyina ye o ye wadwuma ne aba ne aba be hyimu kina ye ba ne ye be hyimu kina ye senti ye ne yaye na se bedru baby ne npa kono aka say sei enti no se ye mbo man na and I say your juma no asanso collapse ya chese nkrofo no mu ye juma ho no ombesa ya bafi and I say imagine mahama ne wi ni ye na kasa nkrofo no wan fa ne sika akwa akọbuo mu se omo juma ne bekoso a na impako no hu se or folly in some part se nkrofo no mu ye juma no e dey obete so se ne be yo obi meeting the economic target obete so na unemployment na e dey e koso o sinti on we create employment to create employment na we hin employment be an koso create bra be brass na usake ejuma wo man shouldn't be done that way. It shouldn't be done that way. As a country, there was a year say, sir, your work line there. Na say a citizen of Ghana. I was see you to me and Swadi who said, your population is costly. It's never say you was see who send you back to your maji, but sir. Oh, population is costly. If you mama ye, almost to me who Jadia Modiaba. I wipe off their population. Yeah, person population now wipe off ayampa. Is it true? Now, still some of us we are suffering. Some na yade ko de way by. Na ya chichi Ghana nkrofo ha ya sent when ya yare bi ya acho yo yare bi acho. Ya ko omo camp baako. Isolation center baako. Ah na ye free say yene mame bi ko kasae o se oton doko no e na police for bi ebetwem no ko paakeka etu oyi doko na mo bi no bowa obowa na asan e no beche no ni akola mo ne ton ade no mo di ko gu ho no isolation center no bi sa bia ye ho mpo no e san so ya sore bia and dobeti say snake ko ho no and dobeti say what economy is this? Upa isolation center see MPs ni ade your mom isolation center we say airport don't we deserve such upesa woman isolation center see bia your papa won say yade we yaba aka your papa mahama and then you see ye ni ade nyina bia no na kafe de akọ bia no na ode ma MP so mo nkotinem amo isolation center no ye de ye deserve bi asori na ode nkrofo no ekogu ho no ye wie na se ye yiyi san nkrofo no fi san bia ho na the vaccine no like yentumi spray ho no mo ni ade thoroughly a it imagine yare ni bo ho a members na be ko no mu ni yare ni enya yare na no mko akosa ye sorry a ye say yare na ye kosoro na yare ni ye say what are the things that you are putting in order? What are we doing? What I say, is this economy good? Is it good? Be sincere. Is it good? Learn fair. You too. You better just say 20 pesos. First, na me bad akuma. 2 cedi 30 pesos. And the call 2 cedi 50 pesos. And the call 2 cedi 70 pesos. Say 3 cedis. It's no with this no. Ubisa me make just economy there.
Mr. Julius.
Ghana is not an exception, but we had our way of handling it till now. It's not all that good and it's not gone, but we are still managing the situation. How would you assess the president's managing the COVID-19 last year?
Okay, first of all, let's put it on record. Say, when we say something is pandemic, it is global. It's not limited to a particular country. Because I overheard my sister trying to come in with Ebola here and there. Ebola is not a pandemic. That is why with the state of
Ebola happened in some of the African countries.
Yes. That is why with respect to Ebola, we didn't hear any lockdown from America, Germany, here and there. This new virus altogether, we don't know anything about it. Africa, but up to now, we are yet to be blessed with a vaccine. So, vaccine. But as I speak, we've not gotten any news. Confirm he said there's a vaccine for it or not.
Right.
Yeah. Now coming to your friend is saying the pandemic as a whole. One thing is would say we have done better, but we could have done more. Because as we speak now, even the high-profile countries are still under lockdowns, most of them. And even in Africa, most of our neighbors are still under lockdown. I think Ghana, we had only 3 regions that went under lockdown. That is like the president to say Greater Kumasi, Greater Accra, and Greater Kaswa, if I'm right. And these 3 regions aside, the rest were free to move about here and there. But there were challenges when it comes to do with the friends and how we were able to, or how we strive to, hold the pandemic. For instance, there was this fund that was sent to all the countries, including Ghana, the COVID-19 fund. And with this fund, we will have access to how to, somebody is working because of the COVID, like my sister said, there was also a cut in AFA. Now the person is at home. How would a person, make something out of living? That is why this fund came. Charlie, this is what you have to do. Every single constituency, feed your citizens. In Rwanda, for instance, do you know what they do? When they come to, let me take this constituency, Ablekumanov. In Rwanda, when they come to Ablekumanov, there is constituency executives. Tieba, who is the DC here? Where are your constituency executives? Now, okay, let's come to Circle Station. Let all your, caucuses gather here. How do you call it? Uncle Sam. Each person, Uncle Sam bag. I'm talking about Rwanda, Uncle Sam bag with fried toast too, corned beef and the stuff. So it means that if I have 4 people in my family, then it means we are entitled to what? 4 Uncle Sams, 8 friends, bottles of fried toast and the stuff. But we ask ourselves, Ghana as a nation or as a republic, was that our case? The answer is no. Sometimes you know what happens? They will bring the car. We are bringing the food, and people will queue. Even during COVID, at the peak of the pandemic, people even queuing without nose mask. We saw it at Independence. So what I say, they will queue without nose mask and thinking, say, oh, why money will buy for the rest of the week? Take away. Then they put it inside. Even the take away, it's not the one we buy outside like even Bokapo the Makakra. But with this one, it's like a Janibi or BAD. So where I stay, I remember when they brought it at Akuma, my guys were like, why? They think we can't feed ourselves or what? Don't go be the only one, to lie. Like, if so what I say, so I think, sir, when it has to do with respect to the feeding,
even the security men that were taking charge of us, they were taking care of us. The food that they give them, crap. Even the money that they were giving them, did they give it to them?
Don't worry, we'll get there. So when it comes to the food aspect, I think, say, the government didn't do well. Now coming to, like my sister said, the security. Let us not forget they are part of the frontliners.
Yes.
Not only the health workers. Because one, apart from the health workers who are dealing directly with the patients, securities are also sacrificing their lives. They have turned to town council for Omuninam Grove. You see, Emobiama out. Go out there. Make sure anybody you see in town who is not entitled to be in town, because is that said there were certain group of people, which is the manufacturers, the media workers, and you have to show a tag that shows that you have the license to walk around. So whilst going out, leaving their family back home, we promise them a specific amount, apart from a Biano Bedi, for sacrificing your life. This is what you do. At the end of the day, before the easing of restrictions, the security came out and said, no, they are no longer ready to go out again because what they have been promised has not been fulfilled here and there. And we were like, hey, if those protecting us are telling us, say, they can't protect us, then where are we heading to? So my only when it comes to their strength, my only plus for them is my very good friend, my namesake, Dr. Okoboy, and the Minister of Information, Kojo Opon Kruma. They were one after the other giving updates on the COVID. And you know what? When it comes to education, they did very well. Because it got to a point, if my sister here, my sister I be found out, you be found the test on results. Say I'm back. Tested positive or not. So far as Mel's ambulance, immediately she comes, I have to run away. Car body no monsieur. I'll not even touch it. Sometimes you know say this is where we all sit and pray. Or we play. Because she's now part of us, I'll pretend to be traveling. And that I think it brought to a point where let me use this, though it's not healthy for the program. There is this man who a friend of ours who live with us. He got normal malaria, but because people thought say it was COVID, even his own family members, when he was discharged, he was coming home and they were like, Yakacha Obrase, Uncle Pedaiwo, Ablekuma Homa Oti. You Yama Omanu di Uniamatko. And he was like, what is going on? At the end of the day, the man lost his life. You know him, Rakwan, the carpenter. He lost his life. So I think their way of educating the public, uniting with them. So far as the pandemic is curable, we, for instance, Ghanaians, we are highly blessed when it comes to handling the pandemic. It's not about government in the year A, B, C, D. Because one, pandemic now, God has blessed us with a lot. For instance, number one is our weather. Unlike Europe where they are dying in thousands every day, we are blessed with a hot weather here, and we've been told say pandemic. Secondly, we have my favorite medication. Me, I'm not the type who always goes to hospitals or visitors because me say no dorime kakra. The girls call it kincho. Can't they check kincho? When I say kincho, I mean the neem tree. I just boil it and I'm gone. We had one of our own, a veteran Ghanaian journalist, gives the 80 of standpoint. Yeah. When she came to share her experience, she made it clear. And even the Honorable Kennedy Japan, he also got it. He made it clear. Said, Charlie, and you just stick to our normal herbal. The neem trees, the this and that. Boil it, take it, and you are done. So what I say, so handling of the pandemic now, I would say, with his initial every fortnight updates with Ghanaians, you know, say, at the initial, at least every 2 weeks, every month, we are or buy a fee on television to come and talk to us. Or you're not familiar, but I think Ghanaians also did our best. But I hope you are getting it. Ghanaians also did our best because during the pandemic, I realized one thing, say, even if NDC and NPP can separate us, there is something that always brings us together. Do you know that? It was during this pandemic, and I will say, hey, even the so-called pastors with their so-called prophecies about it, so be as so Ghanaians did very well in handling the pandemic. Even though it's not out of the system yet, but like I said earlier on, we are still moving about freely, still observing the protocols, like mobile no pay, your friends say COVID-19 bucket and the stuff. We are sanitizing, but because we are all observing the protocols, I think we should applaud ourselves as Ghanaians very well because it will be do you know say that the time the trotros and coals were asked to pick 2 or 3, we didn't reduce the fuel price. We didn't. Yes. So Drew baby, they used to have challenges. I can't say one thing or so. But Ghanaians, as understanding as we are, as peaceful as we are, we once again demonstrated to the world say when it comes to we are the best. we were able to comply. That was why I'm so happy. Say up to this fate, no, we've not recorded even 500 deaths out of COVID. Most of the deaths we have recorded and putting on record are people with sideline ailments. Ebi a nipa no diabetes bi kakra wɔ ne ho, ebi a yare bi kakra bi wɔ ne ho. Enye obi ti sɛ mi ato oku ameti a. Oka kyerɛ sɛ mi fruits your steps yi embra 20 times in just a second and I'll do it. So what I say, but to the aged ones most, the 60 years, 70 years, who have these ailments, because when they buy an also weak system, that is why many a times I find it appropriate to exercise a lot. Sometimes we come and spend the whole day here. When I go home, she knows very well. Masa me dem family jog is in diagram. I'll take in the neem trees and the stuff. Even though we are discussing about the government past 4 years, we should also educate the general public. Say, yes, this is what has brought us where we are. We are no better than the Americans, I see. And then just today alone, we all heard it. Yeah. Nipa 3,000 who are UK. Yeah. Today alone, Nipa say who are Germany. Masa, about the facilities, we are not there. We don't come near them. That is why many times we are in a hurry. We are, when it comes to the doctors, we are nowhere near them. But when it comes to natural resources, natural herbals, this is the time for us to make good use of our herbal products than cutting the trees here and there. And then we compare them tree ground. You go to somebody's house and they will tell you, so I think as nation, Ghanaians have done very well. Though the government have done its part, I really applaud the Minister of Information and the Deputy, that is Okoboy. Let us not forget that it's through this pandemic and we're losing his seats. Okay. Yes, it's through this pandemic. Because at the time he has to choose between his people, his tradition, and his party. That was why during the Homo he went to them and told them, Charlie, but he was like, because he's an appointee, he has to stop them. And they said, and truly, true to their words, December came and they have to beat him out. So I think we have done well.
All right, we have done well. That says Mr. Julius. You're still live on Premium TV, and we are still assessing the president as to the 4 years, how far we've come as a nation, and the way forward. We'll be going for a commercial break. When we come back, we still continue with the assessment, and then whenever the inauguration starts, we'll take you right there, and then we'll go and take a coverage. We're going for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Yakuyereku, Ibrogwejo, Mumaye Ninansom, Yamfa Kroya, Emwa, Yakuyereku, Mine, Ibrogwejo, Mumaye Ninansom, Obiara Nyana Famudio, Omaye Benyan Koso, Gana Betu Bono, Omaye Ninansom, Obiara Nyana Famudio, Mine, Omaye Benyan Koso, Gana Betu Bono. Ghana betu bono. Oh Chinomeyiwo, Ghana man yawara udio. Chinomeyiwo, meka se wonfa ho. Omaye nyinansum, yamfa kroye emuwa. Yabuye drego, tibrogwejo. Omaye nyinansum, yamfa kroye emuwa. Yabuye drego, minye tibrogwejo. Omaye nyinansum, obiara nyana famudio. Omaye benya nkoso, Ghana betu bono. Omaye nyinansum, obiara nyana famudio minye. Omaye benya nkoso, Ghana betu bono. Ghana betu bono.
asampa etia obanyansafo so wo bunye won kana asam say mafutu sam kakre wa supeme yo kofi oh my ya woman oh mani ya mama denyi baby akọ wacha za ya wareni wonsom wanini pa asa dipa wo fi oye demo yembera ye ebe ya ifina oh my ya woman oh my ya mama na adi waya no ra nyamita da nyamana renya wonsom wanini pa sawa ya wana be demo yembera ye ebe ya ifina wonsom wanini pa asa dipa wo fi oye demo yembera ye ebe ya ifina ama be ya ifina ama be yo asite be ya ifina oh ama be ya ifina yana demo yembera ye ebe ya obra you arabo ama be ya ifina emina wa demo yembera ye ebe ya ifina ese ama be ya ifina Abraya we sabeya efriana ro ao amabeya efriana yamo yemira abeya yamoni amabeya efriana abraya we yamo yemira abeya amabeyo amabeya Ọ̀bẹ̀ni warabo, kẹ́mọ́ yẹn mìíràn yé, ẹ̀rẹ́ ìyá ìfìyà. Sìkẹ́yìn bírídò wá fún, tìǹpáwọ́ wẹ̀yẹ sinà wíyá. Nyàmí ṣíra, ọmọ nípa yọ ọ̀dẹ̀ fún wa, ènìyànú. Ẹ̀fọ́ nyàmí sọ yẹn jùmọ̀ náà nyàmí bẹ́ ṣọ yẹn, ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayẹ bóyá. Kẹ́mọ́ yẹn mìíràn yé, ẹ̀bẹ̀ ìyá ìfìyà náírà. Ọmọ bẹ́yẹ ya efiriya nara ejanu mapofo asite bẹ́yẹ ya efiriya nara ọmọ bẹ́yẹ ya efiriya nara ajije kẹmọ yẹmira ye ẹbẹ ya yẹfa ẹyin bí nkawa ọmọ bẹ́yẹ ya efiriya nara yẹnaro kẹmọ yẹmira ye. Ese abrabe ya efriana ro asite be ya efriana ro ama be ya efriana kamo yembera ye ebe ya yajobi ya yazo efriana ro kamo yembera ye Saheba wokara na washawa Ọmọ ẹ̀yà efiriana Ọmọ ẹ̀yà Kamo yembera ye ebe Wọ́n sẹ́ ti bẹ́rẹ̀ wọ́n dán kẹ́rẹ́ náà wọ́n sáyà ẹ̀yà efiriana Ofiriana ro Kamo yembera ye ebe ajẹ́jẹ́ ẹ̀fẹ́ Ọmọ ẹ̀yà efiriana Yamo yembera ye ebe ya efiriana Yenara Sassini, Eya boarding de maye, Moja Anana no Shiegunya de to or mayen. Edrumini wususu, say ye bay ye piatwasu, nim de trasu kuto crani up semi kuminya, Eddie embremo de mamaya sassi hodo atum se. Omano say yo, Omano say yo, yes and now say, Omano bride and trade, Omano say yo, Omano say yo, yes and now say, Omano bride and trade. Humanim de Ujan and Adinyara kwa ni obracho DSL mana ye born wahura asumreni opupa yonku ye di peda amfa matete kwa moni bebiara ye di enuna eti asumje ninkoso pabre Omano seviyo, Omano serineyo, yes and now say, Omano bride and trade, Omano serineyo, Omano serineyo, yes and now say, Omano bride and trade, Omano serineyo, Omano serineyo, yes and now say, Omano bride and trade.
In my Mojana na num shegu nade to ho my Edumene was so say a bay piatwa so Nindian twaso kutu craninia as a man coming out Eddie ain bremo the mamaya sassy hodo at to say Oh my no Oh my no yes and I say I'm a full private jet. Oh my no. Yes and I say I'm a full private jet.
Yeah, we go. Okay, this is my motherland, Lady Ghana tiny. Anything I go talk, Linga tiny. Bo up Bonia hey, Bonnie Dana hey. Many me find the hikati and many won't pay. Malaba he can't find the Bajamin Cabo. What you look on India Lawa where me Cabo. I promise on my own I'm over Taya near Shona. Ling off a Vina Sana, Libukuna no Shona.
Yawaena Jumanchi Afiko May Kowan Kabila Capito Zahida Kai Banda Bumbanchi Mudena Zwalumchi Ubangijing Allah Wayma Jumanchi Afiko May Anna Muhammad Wayma Jumanchi Afiko Iyamu Wayma Jumanchi Afiko
See, this is not a peace song, it's a love song. Peace and Ghana getting married, keep the love strong. See, a peace we cannot risk. War at home is like cardiac arrest, cause home is where the heart is. Let the trumpets sound victory. The battle that we won is a battle for a peace. We promise on an honor that we'll never fight again, cause Ghana is a happy place of joy we should defend.
Machoto fare bona ye madogo metenyuba. Agrone bana no nyinya wule ni tijepa. Get up, what's up motherland? I done feel like I'll be an eighth year. I'm in love with you now. Tamajiba majihada mabiatao wasanya wila doji la fufama gaka chale how. From the big six, you still to fix things. Mawa hamakafu wa shikaku will reach.
If you don't make it be, nobody for fight we they need for a peace. Hey, and come boom. Hey, is it with huh? It be we to protect the nation, Mother God and anyone I save it. Oh yeah.
about the peace, hey, about the summer day, Herjan, about the peace, hey, I want to know. Now, summer day, walk, hey, Mafama Wabo Susa, walk as some chon one say, many bay you so killing you if you are. We see as if you won't pay for Amazon who are when you did your cocoto. A lady be okay, palace, a lady more okay, ballet, a lepizuko okay, ballet. I'm out with you all in him. It's all about a peace. Hey, Baloba.
Phones in a doom, stores ya to doom, police say you foom, and we say soon. Papa, yeah, papa, depending in a high, Mwashakuma Muma, Memina Danima, Papa, would don't know what it is. What's the Mudania true? Sema photo gem, Uredo BBC.
Anna, it's no more.
Papa picture free me, day you made him no war.
So that the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons and daughters of God. Hey, we pray for love, we pray for peace, we pray for unity always. To make our nation better. Oh, to make our nation better. Bring peace to our land. Nation better. Peace to our land. Nation better. You know we're gonna do it again.
Name
Yes, my name is Edward Nyako from Ghana Television. We're doing interviews about today's activity and next 4 years, what we're expecting.
Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we want to urge all to get seated as we prepare to begin the program. We will shortly be receiving His Lordship, the Chief Justice, and Justices of the Supreme Court as they process into the chamber to take their seats. Soon to be followed by the Right Honorable Speaker's procession. We want to respectfully urge non-functionaries to take their seats and clear the aisles. As we make preparation for the official commencement of the program, which will be a sitting of Parliament. We would also urge respectfully all to rise when the Chief Justice and the Justices of the Supreme Court begin their procession. Respectfully, we urge all to rise as the Chief Justice, Justice Inauguration, leads all the Justices of the Supreme Court in their procession into the chamber. Thank you for your cooperation. The Chief Justice, His Lordship, Justice Inauguration, leading all the Justices of the Supreme Court in processing into the chamber in preparation for the official commencement of the inauguration. You may kindly resume your seats. Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the next entrance will be that of the Right Honorable Speaker and his procession as they enter the chamber. And when that's about to happen, we would urge you to rise as well. We thank you for your cooperation.
Papa Yamati, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll send Papa Yamati, say yes to your door, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm proud. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll send Papa Yamati, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll send Papa Yamati, say yes to your door. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm proud. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, not to you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm proud. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh my yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, sorry, not to you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm proud. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
And those are live pictures from the Dome at the forecourt of Parliament. That will be the venue for the inauguration of President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, and the Vice President-elect Dr. Bawumia. There we still
live here. You can like our pages on all social media. That is Facebook, Instagram, and then Twitter, YouTube as well. You can watch all our videos. As we talked earlier on about how Akumsin, the MP for Utu Senya West, that there was an issue, and then she was allegedly what do we call it? She got beaten. She beat somebody instead. NDC secretary, constituency secretary, and so what happened? It was. I mean, it wasn't fair from the camp of the MP she says she went there to inspect a road, and then from the camp of the NDC as well, they are also pointing hands at Awakum, saying that she is the one who sent the boys to come and then beat the secretary. But there's a video out that we would have to go and watch, and then we know who is really telling the truth. But before that, Akusa, let me ask you this about this issue. All right, there are two parties here. The constituency secretary says that Hawa Kumsin came with her bodyguards, and then this whole thing happened. They have also come to deny the allegation that they did that. According to them, they say they went there to only inspect the road, and then they went to shake hands. And looking at the video, I mean, it shows clearly that somebody was beaten. How then do you say that you went there to shake hands, inspect the video, but at the end of the day, somebody was beaten? What is your take on this?
My take on this is how Kumsin didn't do well. If you are going to inspect roads, how do you go to the secretary's house to let some of your men? Because from the look of things, from my information that I got, she went there to talk to the man, then she left. Then later, the bodyguards came out from the car and went to beat the man. So what was the information? What did they talk about that made the bodyguard to go and beat him up? And if even we are beating someone, look at the way they're beating him. It's not fair, it's not good.
Right.
Now you politicians, you are fighting against yourselves. What do we have to do as a citizen? We have nothing. If you politicians, you can't amend issues yourself, what do you want us to do? It's not good for our Kumsi to do that. And why, if she went there to inspect roads, what triggered the beating of the bodyguards to go and beat Tariq? It's not good. And if even our Kumsi was there, she should have stopped them.
Right.
Because you are the leader of them. The moment you say stop, they will stop. Do it, they will do it. So you saw them going to beat him. Why didn't you say, guys, stop? So which means you have your reason. She has to come out to say something.
Right.
She can't just say that they went for road, just road, and then someone is being beaten up. It's not good.
Right, but before we continue, right, we will go and then watch the video about what happened actually at Utu Senya of Hawa Kumsin allegedly sending the bodyguards to go and beat the constituency secretary of the National Democratic Party. Let's go and watch the video and see what actually happens. When we come back, we will discuss more on
The National Democratic Congress, NDC, wants the police to begin investigations into the alleged assault of the constituency secretary. At a press conference in Kaswa, the NDC accused the Member of Parliament for Ewutu Senya East, who doubles as the Minister for Special Development Initiative, Mavis Hawa Kumsen, of assaulting the constituency secretary for the party, Tariq Amadou, after he was accused of tarnishing the image of the MP on social media. The NDC says the MP ordered his thugs to physically assault the constituency secretary, resulting in him sustaining bruises. The constituency secretary has been speaking to City News about the incident.
Two V8 pulled up. One belonged to the former the MP is in it. So they alighted, they came pulled over, and then they alighted and went across the road. There were some vehicles that were being used for the asphalt really parked there. She went there, stood there for some time, then came to where we're sitting. So as soon as she came there, she told my constituency chairman that in fact it's good, she's happy that she's come to meet me here. So as soon as she said, I wanted to know which guy he's referring to. So I lifted up my head, and then she was pointing at me. And that the way I've been disturbing her on social media, among other things, she happens to be a relative, would I be doing that way? And I said, what have I done? She went to the extent that even her last born is not up to. I'm not up to her last born's level. So the one of the boys, who security guy said that why am I? Is it that when she's talking, I'm talking back at her? And I said, but she's referring to me. And she told the boys that they shouldn't even engage me. They should beat me up. So upon her orders, then the boys descended on me. There were about 5.
The new Patriotic Party officials in the constituency have, however, denied ever assaulting the constituency secretary, accusing its opponent of mischief. Charles Kojo Odum is the communications officer for the new Patriotic Party in the Ewutu Senya East constituency.
The Honorable Minister went to the place to inspect the road, and immediately he reached there. He saw the former chairman for the NDC. So she went closer to the chairman and just gave us a greetings and wish him happy new year. And before then, they were having some 1 or 2 discussions concerning about this election before he left. So the Honorable Minister left before the incidents happened. So it's not true the Honorable Minister command people to be the General Secretary for the NDC.
Team member for the National New Patriotic Party actually saying that the allegation is false, and then according to the NDC as well, I mean, you can see that the man was brutally beaten, but NPP is still denying the allegations. I don't know what is your take upon watching this video, but whatever be the case, upon watching the video, there will be an iota of truth there, and I believe you can judge it yourself. I mean, talking about how Akumsin now, yeah, there have been an incident, even right in public, in Parliament, yesterday, that she was also involved in exchanging words with another MP in Parliament. I am. Is it that our Kumsin's behavior, it's, I mean, becoming bad enough for the people, because it started from registration, came down to election, and then even after election, there's still Hawa Kumsin. I mean, you are a lady, and then Hawa Kumsin being a lady acting this way. What do you have to say about this?
Ma aya kwayem say de kafa pepe for hono eye no kre. So mo de omo pentokwa. Omo ya patapa. It's not good. Oba, a lady, woman, you have children. You don't have sympathy for human being. If really you are thinking about your people, the people in your community.
All right, hold on. I will come back, okay? But for the meantime, like I told you, whenever the president comes for the inauguration, we'll go straight away. And so the process is still ongoing for the inauguration, and then we'll go there and then take a coverage of what is really happening at the inauguration. We'll be right back for the discussion as well. Okay, so that is the inauguration going on. You could see that the Parliament House, everything is set as it stands now. We are just waiting for the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, and then we continue with the proceedings about the inauguration. All dignitaries are there as it stands now. Eminent chief, all the eminent chiefs are there. The former president, His Excellency John Ajekum Kufuor, is also there, and so many dignitaries are there as well. As you can see on your screens, it is still ongoing, and then we are still waiting for the president-elect as it stands now. People are getting seated, and then the place is being arranged. Chief Justice is seated, the Speaker of Parliament is seated, and all dignitaries are all seated as it stands now. And we are yet to see the arrival of the President-elect, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, so that he can take his seat, and then we proceed with the inauguration. So that is on your screen. The National Chief Imam Sheikh Osman Ashirbutu is there, and then so many people are there as well, as you can see on your screen. It is still going on, and today happens to be the 7th of January. That is the Constitutional Day, and it's a holiday as well. And today happens to be the day that the president is going to be sworn in to take on the second term. Giving the people of Ghana has given him the mandate to take on the second term of his administration for Ghana. And so this is the proceedings that we are still watching now. The place is all set, and then we are still waiting for the president. All the dignitaries are seated. Let's not forget that His Excellency, the Vice President, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, John Ajekum Kufuor, is there as well. Yes, that is the President, former President in your short. And then seated by National Chief Imam. Seated by National Chief Imam, you could see that they are still having conversations, and then we are still waiting for the arrival of the president for the proceedings of the inauguration of the 8th Parliament, and then the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana.
As the Right Honorable Speaker and his procession enter the chamber, this premises becomes the Chamber of Parliament. We remain standing as the Right Honorable Speaker takes the chair. We remain standing as the Right Honorable Speaker takes the chair. Order as we resume our seats.
From the Dome Parliament House, where the investiture of President-elect Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is about to take place very, very shortly.
I think that we have to look at what this thing also brings on the Ghanaians. And some of the petitions that we, before the president is sworn in.
Honorable members, order. May I welcome and the honorable members back from the suspension and elect. So, honorable members, please spend a few minutes and listen to the names of dignitaries all over the world that have taken time and trouble in this COVID era to come and be part of this swearing ceremony. The heads of delegations, excellencies, and dignitaries include the following: His Excellency Mr. Sassou Nguesso, President of the Republic of Congo. His Excellency Mr. Faure Gnassingbé, President of the Republic of Togo. His Excellency Mr. Alassane Ouattara, President of Côte d'Ivoire. Honorable members, I've just been reliably informed that His Excellency, the President-elect, is just at the entrance. And so I want to invite the leaders of the parliamentary groups in Parliament to accompany me to usher in His Excellency, the President-elect. After that, I will take some time to go through the rest of the names.
to join us now, this will be live visuals from Accra, Ghana. Where he saw it.
At the forecourt of Parliament, you see in your shots the arrival of the President-elect, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and his wife, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo. We also have seen the Vice President-elect, Dr. Bawumia. They've made their way into the dome, which will be the venue for the inaugural ceremony, as we see on our screens. It does appear that all is set for the official swearing-in ceremony of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. In your shot is Samira Bawumia a while ago, and the wife of the President, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, there in your shot. You also see the President of Togo in our shot, Foreign Simbe there, and pretty shortly the main event would commence at the forecourt of Parliament. And seated is the Speaker of the 8th Parliament. He will be the 7th Speaker in the 4th.
And His Excellency, the President-elect. I will want to, on your behalf, welcome them to the August House of Parliament and crave your indulgence to permit me to acknowledge, as I was doing, the presence of these distinguished personalities that have traveled all the way to come and honor the swearing-in of His Excellency the President and His Excellency the Vice President. As I told you, the list is quite long, but I'll endeavor to take just a few minutes to acknowledge them on your behalf. We also have in our presence His Excellency Professor Alpha Conde, President of the Republic of Guinea. His Excellency Mr. Macky Sall, President of the Republic of Senegal. His Excellency Mr. Mamadou Issoufou, President of the Republic of Niger. In the French, they say Niger. His Excellency Mr. Roch Christian Kabore, President of the Republic of Burkina Faso. His Excellency Mr. George Mane Weah, you all know him very well, President of the Republic of Liberia. His Excellency Mr. Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. His Excellency Mr. Umaru Sissoko Embalo, President of Guinea-Bissau. His Excellency Dr. Dr. Bonito de Souza Baltazar Diego, Vice President of the Republic of Angola. His Excellency Colonel Asmi, and Minister for Regional Integration of the Republic of Cape Verde. His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union Commission. His Excellency Jean-Claude Cassibreu, President of the ECOWAS Commission. Senator Friza Ifwa Asangono, President of the Senate, Republic of Equatorial Guinea. Our own Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chambers, Special Representative of the Secretary General, United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel. His Excellency Geoffrey Onyama, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable Jean-Yves Le Drian, Minister for Foreign Affairs of France. Mr. V. Muralin Harm, Minister for Foreign Affairs of India. His Excellency Aurélien A. Agbenonsi, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Benin. Honorable Vincent Biruta, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Rwanda. Mr. Mamadou Tangara, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Gambia. Mr. Pakomi Mubeya, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Gabon. And we have also His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor, former President of the Republic of Ghana. We have Her Excellency Hajia Ramatu Mahama, wife of the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. And our own, the Right Honorable Ebenezer Virginia Sechi Hughes, former Speaker of the Parliament, and he's not here alone, he is with his dear wife to honor the swearing-in of His Excellency, the President-elect of Ghana. We have another former senior member, Honorable Freddie Blay, former Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and now Chairman of the New Patriotic Party. We also have His Excellency Jacoba A.S. Oliver Terhindrazaniri Vilo, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Madagascar. Ambassador Amin Abba Siddiq, Minister for Foreign Affairs, African Integration, and Chadians abroad. His Excellency Mr. Kabanda Kana Andrew, Minister at the Presidency of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mr. James Dudridge, Minister for Africa at the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office of the United Kingdom. Ambassador Peter Pham, Special Envoy for the Sahel region, United Nations, United States of America. His Excellency Richard Wanza, Ambassador of the Republic of Zambia to Ghana, representing the President of the Republic of Zambia, His Excellency Mr. Edgar Changwa Lungu. His Excellency Emad Madi Hana Kamel, Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to Ghana, representing the President of Egypt, His Excellency Abdul Fattah el-Sisi. His Excellency Ms. Imani Kwadil, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco, representing His Majesty King Mohammed VI of the Kingdom of Morocco. We have numerous distinguished members of the diplomatic corps, too many for mention. But before I end, I had acknowledged some of the dignitaries before the arrival of His Excellency the Vice President-elect and His Excellency the President-elect. And so I will just mention them. It's only, I believe, 4 names. So just bear me for a while. His Excellency Mr. Sassou Nguesso, President of the Republic of Congo, is here with us. His Excellency Mr. Faure Gnassingbé, President of the Republic of Togo. His Excellency Mr. Alassane Ouattara, President of Cote d'Ivoire. And I believe the last but not the least, His Excellency Professor Alpha Condé, President of the Republic of Guinea. It's important that I acknowledge the presence of my dear one, I gave a title to the wives of former speakers. And since some are here, if I don't use the same title, I may be charged with discrimination. Since the speakers are right honorable, I humbly proposed, and it was accepted, that their wives be referred to as left honorables. So my dear wife is here, the left honorable Alice Adjoa Jonas. Now, honorable members, with your kind permission, I want to, on behalf of the House and my good self, wish the visiting dignitaries a pleasant stay in our country. Without much ado, I want to move to the next item, and that is to invite His Lordship, the Chief Justice, to administer the oath to the Vice President-elect. Your Lordship, you may carry on.
I, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana,
to the Republic of Ghana,
as by law established,
that I will uphold
the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God.
I, Mahamudu Bawumia,
having been elected to the office of the Vice President
of the Republic of Ghana,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will at all times preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I will dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations.
Alhaji Vice President, on behalf of the House and on my own behalf, I congratulate you on your assumption of the office of the land as Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Congratulations. Honorable members, before I go to the main item, my attention has been drawn to the presence in this August House of some special dignitaries that we cannot afford not to recognize. It's important that we recognize the presence of Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. We also have with us Her Excellency Ramatu Bawumia, well, I don't know whether she swore an affidavit to change her name, but that was what they submitted to me. So, Your Excellency, I apologize on behalf of the House for the mix-up. She is Her Excellency Samira Bawumia, spouse of the Vice President of Ghana, who is the second lady of the Republic. We also have our revered traditional leader, the former chief, but I'm not recognizing him because of that title. I'm doing so because he is the chairman of the Council of State in the person of Nana Otu-Sriboa. And now, the purpose for which we are here. I have the permission to invite His Lordship, the Chief Justice, to administer the oath to the President-elect. Chief Justice, you may do so now.
I, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold
the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect. And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God. I, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, having been elected
to the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana,
to the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And true to the Republic of Ghana.
And true to the Republic of Ghana.
That I will at all times.
that I will at all times
preserve,
protect,
and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana,
the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana,
and that I dedicate myself
to
the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana,
to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana,
and to do right
to
all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear
that
should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself
to
the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God.
So help me God. You want me to fill this in?
Mr. President, on behalf of the House and on my own behalf, I congratulate you on your assumption of the highest office of the land as President of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable members, I have the pleasure and honor to invite the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to deliver the inaugural address. Mr. President, you may proceed to deliver your address.
Mr. Speaker, I extend a hearty akwaba, our word of welcome to the excellencies, the distinguished leaders of sister states from our region and continent, as well as to eminent representatives from other friendly nations and international organizations who are gathered here in the vibrant city of Accra, capital of Ghana, to join us on this auspicious occasion. I thank each and every one of you for being present at this inauguration of my second mandate, COVID-19 notwithstanding. Your attendance is an expression of solidarity and friendship that speaks volumes of your attachment to the goals and aspirations of the Ghanaian people and state, for which we are very grateful. I must at the outset express my warm congratulations to my good friend and colleague of many years in this House, the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagman, on his assumption of office as the Speaker of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Nearly 3 decades of devoted service to Parliament by you has culminated in this moment, which has seen your elevation to the 3rd great office of state of our nation. Together, you and I will be charting new territory in the governance and politics of the 4th Republic. For this is the first time in the life of this republic that a president from one party
His Excellency Mr. Fauri Nyasim
of Parliament. A few moments ago, steps of 2 of my predecessors, the first and second presidents of the 4th Republic, are cannot therefore renewed my mandate in office for 4 more years. Have reposed in me. Not only in appreciation for the family, onto the path of progress, and I assure all Ghanaians, context of Ghana's maturing democracy. The Ghanaian people have manifested human rights, the rule of law, and the principles of democratic accountability. A governance structure of our country are the welcome outcomes of such a development. This is how we can ensure in the words of one of the great figures of Ghanaian nationalism, is to be, and I quote, the democratic, free, able to count on the contribution of all citizens and deprivation, even the face of one of the fastest growing economies in the world in 2020. Of all citizens and deprivation, even the face of one of the fastest growing economies in the world in 2020. The most attractive destinations on the continent, undergoing structural transformation. Second term. The financial considerations no longer determine the fate of the Ghanaian. Child. because of the implementation of the free senior high school policy. Once willing and able, senior high school education is the minimum education to be received by every Ghanaian child. Following the revival of the National Health Insurance Scheme, our aim is to reach universal health coverage. The newly constructed warehouses dotted across the country are storing the surpluses for export to our neighbors, and the program for planting for food and jobs has become the veritable rock on which the successful future of our agriculture is being built. Our roads are being constructed at a much faster pace than before. Second year of roads. We continue with our focus on dealing with the deficit. As we continue with our focus on dealing with the deficit in our road infrastructure. The development of our rail sector, on which considerable resources and the pandemic has emphasized the fact that we cannot continue to be living on edge in a day-to-day economy. This is dangerous for our survival, and it's important that we set up buffers of protection in all aspects of our lives. So when there was a shortage in the supply of personal protective equipment, at a time when they were being sold at extortionate prices on the world market, the enterprise of the Ghanaian shone through. We produce right here in Ghana our own sanitizers, face masks, medical scrubs, gowns, liquid soap, amongst others. We can indeed build a Ghana beyond aid if we make full use, as we must, of the enterprise and ingenuity of our people, especially our young people. The prominent role being played by young people in the digitization journey of our nation is strong proof of the feasibility of this objective. Ghana is set to become one of the most digitized economies in Africa in the next few years. In this same vein, I expect the locally produced Eku juice, one of the results of government's One District, One Factory flagship policy, to replace rapidly the imported fruit juices on the shelves of our supermarkets. Not because anyone will so decree, but because the quality of the locally produced one is as good, if not superior. I doubt, Mr. Speaker, that anyone would ordinarily mention Akpeteshi, the local gin, as a possible item on the world market. I cannot vouch for its taste or potency, since I gave up alcohol many years ago. But I can say that the made in Ghana and beautifully packaged Epu I have recently seen can compete in the most sophisticated markets in the world. My boundless confidence in the energy of the Ghanaian makes me believe that we can become the prosperous nation we aspire to, and soon. We have good reason to be proud of what we have been able to achieve so far. Mr. Speaker, we know that the democracy we seek to build and entrench in Ghana will ultimately succeed if we build a prosperous nation and our people are at peace with themselves and with the world. I pledge before this august house and the good people of Ghana that I will do all I do will be for the common good. And with the firm foundation laid in my first term of office, we shall take a significant step towards reducing the infrastructure deficit that has placed us all throughout our nationhood. The remaining 15% of our communities without electricity will be covered by the end of my second term. We have already begun constructing hospitals in the remaining districts that do not have one, a process which will be completed within the year. The percentage of Ghanaians without access to potable water is set to reduce significantly following the commencement of work on a number of water supply projects across all parts of the country. The majority of our people live in unacceptable housing, and we shall tackle the problem with vigor. With discipline and caution, just as we have done since March 2020, we in Ghana can continue to reduce the number of active cases of COVID-19, which currently stands at a little over 900, and open up our country again to the rest of the region, continent, and the entire world. We have taken the bold step of reopening all our schools again because our fundamental conviction that education is the key to our future. We will do everything possible to ensure not only the safety of the children, but of teachers and non-teaching staff as well. We Ghanaians have always been very much aware of our place in our neighborhood, in our continent, and in the world. We recognize that poverty and insecurity plague our region, and thus we shall continue to make our voice carry the weight of our convictions and contribute to making our world a safer and happier place. We shall play our full part in the deliberations and activities of all the organizations to which we belong: ECOWAS, the African Union, Commonwealth, La Francophonie, the United Nations, and others. Ghana, which has the privilege of hosting the Secretariat of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, intends to be one of the main drivers of its success. The AFCFTA provides us Africans with a great opportunity to exploit and develop our resources for the benefit of our own people and end the centuries-old exploitation of our continent's vast wealth for the benefit of others. In the words of the historic first leader of our nation, the celebrated Kwame Nkrumah, and I quote, "It is clear that we must find an African solution to our problems, and that this can only be found in African unity. Divided we are weak. United, Africa could become one of the greatest forces for good in the world," unquote. To my fellow Ghanaians, I invite all of you to join in the exciting business of developing our country. There are endless opportunities if we remain united. What our forebears dreamed of, we will achieve. If we inherited dreams and visions from our founding fathers, we should leave legacies of achievements and realities to our children and their children. For I believe in the limitless prospects of Ghana and of us, her people. So let us be up and doing, and with faith in the Almighty, seize our destiny. Mr. Speaker, may God bless us all in our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. Your Excellencies, once again, Akwaba, I thank you for your attention.
Mr. President, on behalf of the House and on my own behalf, I sincerely thank you for your inaugural address. I also wish you and the Vice President well in the administration of the country. Honorable members, having listened to His Excellency the President, I think the main item is over, and I want any indication from the leaders of the House. I see the honorable member for Swami constituency, Honorable Oseche Mensah Bonsu. Any indication?
Speaker, today, Thursday, the 7th of January, has been a very momentous occasion. We have had to elect the Speaker of Parliament and his two deputies for the 8th Parliament. In turn, the Speaker has also had to swear in members of Parliament elect. Then, as we find ourselves in the tent now, we've witnessed the swearing in of His Excellency the President and his Vice President. The President and indeed Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. The day has been long. It was tortuous and indeed rather laboring time. For the newly sworn in members of Parliament, the day began yesterday before 11 p.m., which means that they have had to endure almost 15 hours since yesterday without blinking our eyes. There is a lot of wisdom in beginning the swearing-in process soon after midnight, and the events of today bear ample testimony in the wisdom contained in this exercise. The Speaker has said there has not been any indication from you about the extension of the sitting, and that being the case, I believe any member at any time stated for the closing may move for adjournment of the House as provided for by our orders, Order 44. In the circumstance, and given the discussions that we had this morning, that is between myself and the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, may I move that the House takes an adjournment until Friday next week at 10 o'clock in the forenoon. Speaker, I do so move.
Honorable members, the motion has been moved for adjournment of the House. Any seconder?
Sorry. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to second the motion.
Honorable members, motion for the adjournment of the House moved and seconded. It's now for the consideration of the House. There being no consideration, I'll put the question. Those in favor for adjournment, say aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I don't want to prolong your long dry fast. I have myself fasted more than I've ever done. Honorable members, there is a very vigorous attempt to arrest the motion. And I want to crave your intelligence to permit just a few minutes, because it's a request I cannot turn down. We are being called upon to give an opportunity to one of our visiting dignitaries to at least say a word or two of gratitude to His Excellency the President. This is the request. And I'm told it's coming from the highest office. And so, with your kind indulgence, may I invite His Excellency Professor Alpha Conde to say a few words of thanks in response to the address, inaugural address of His Excellency the President of Ghana. Your Excellency, you may proceed to the podium. I've done that.
Je voudrais dire d'abord que c'est un grand plaisir, un grand honneur pour nous d'assister à la prestation de serment de notre frère et ami le président Nana Addo, d'autant plus que nous n'oublions pas le rôle qu'a joué le président Nkrumah. Tout ce qu'il a dit, c'est vérifié. Il a dit, si l'Afrique ne s'unit pas, voilà ce qui va arriver. Et tout ce qu'il a prédit est arrivé. Donc c'est une grande fierté pour nous de nous retrouver au Ghana. Et nous remercions tous les chefs d'État qui se sont déplacés pour rendre hommage à notre frère. Et nous savons que sous sa direction, le Ghana va faire des pas de géant. Et le peuple ghanéen peut compter sur l'ensemble des chefs d'État de la CEDEAO et de l'Union africaine pour accompagner notre frère pour le mieux et pour le bonheur du peuple du Ghana. Je vous remercie.
Your Excellency, Professor Alpha Conde, on behalf of the House, we want to thank you so much for the words of congratulations. In fact, I started revising my French notes, and I think I got a few words of what you said. We thank you so much. Honorable members, I'll have to put the question again. Those in favor of an adjournment of the House, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. The House is accordingly adjourned to Friday, the 15th day of January at 10 in the forenoon. The House is adjourned.
Right. And so there you have it. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo accordingly sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana. He will be the 5th president of the 4th Republic. As you all know, President Akufo-Addo is a legal professional. He studied economics at the University of Ghana for his first degree, went on to London to study law. He has been an astute politician, a former member of parliament for the people of Ebuakwa South in the Eastern region. He was an attorney general under the erstwhile His Excellency John Ejekum Kufuor's administration. He later became the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. He contested elections in 2008 and lost. He came back in 2012. He lost again and then won the elections in 2016 and became Ghana's president. He has been maintained after the 2020 presidential and parliamentary elections. And so President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo with his vice president, Dr. Bawumia, would steer the affairs of this country from now until January 7th, 2024. He has been sworn in accordingly at the Dome at the forecourt of Parliament. We saw some dignitaries gracing this particular occasion. We have His Excellency Macky Sall, President of Senegal. We have the President of Sierra Leone, Mr. Madabio, or His Excellency Madabio, gracing the occasion. We have His Excellency Sissoko of Guinea-Bissau. We also have Mr. Musa Falai Mohammed, the chairperson of the AU Commission, among many dignitaries.
Process. We now have a president, and it is the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, now the President of the Republic of Ghana now. You're still watching Premium TV, and we are going to do 1 or 2 discussions about the process and how it goes, the comment that was given, the speeches that was given, and then we talk more about it. We digest and then talk more about issues. I hope we all heard the president talk, and then we listened to all that he said, and then the inauguration process. Talking about the inauguration process, about organization, we were told that the process is going to start around 10, later on around 11, and then we started the process around 12:30 there about. What would you say about the organization of the inauguration? Mr. Julius.
Okay, thank you very much. I think, sir, organization-wise, it has been very, very poor. It's just unfortunate, and we have to admit it. Like you said, a whole national, swearing in of a president, and we have to be, stretching the time here and there from, I think, 10 to 12. It's very appalling. Secondly, I think I will have a lot to say when it has to do with the choosing of the venue. I'm very, very disappointed why such an enclosed environment is chosen for such a big ceremony, even though, let's admit, most of the NDC MPs were not there. But assuming they were there, I hope you are getting my point. Yeah. Assuming they were there, we heard, and we are still experiencing we are still in the COVID era. I only saw some of the MPs wearing their nose masks here and there. But let's ask ourselves, what is the state of the defense and social distancing? What was the state? As if nothing works in Ghana here. During campaign, no protocols. After campaign, then the president will come to us some few weeks ago at our homes and tell us, only in December we recorded another set of viruses, and as it stands now, he made it clear to us this morning. Say our figure is now 900, less than 1,000. We agree. But at the end of the day, if truly our figure is 900, as a creative art person, why are the cinemas still closed? If we can have such a big occasion in this enclosed environment, which will take 500,000 people, and with cinemas that will take only 200 or 100 people, you can close it in the name of COVID-19. But you can have this major, swearing in occasion. There's no protocols being observed apart from the nose mask. Charlie, I think we have a lot. We have a lot to learn. Oh, seriously.
We have a lot to learn. Let me come to you. Watching the whole inauguration, when it started, how it went, and then how it ended, how would you rate it?
First of all, let me say congratulations to our president. He has really done well. Yeah, we thank God for a peaceful swearing in. My dear, to be honest with you, our brother has said it all. Social distance. It didn't happen. You are saying 900, then by the close of the day or by the close of the week that we are going to make records, we are going to record 1,000 or 1,500. And then the place that they did it, they organized the event. It's not good. It's never good. That place, I can even feel that there's heat there. A place with canopy. We have a very big place that we could organize that event there, but we didn't. This is really bad. This is bad.
This is really bad, says one of my panelists. But before we continue with the discussion, I just want to go quick. There were some sort of dignitaries that were around, some presidents that were around. The president from Congo was around. The president from Togo was around. The president from Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Niger, Sierra Leone, Liberia. I mean, these people came to support the inauguration and made it very possible. Let's take note on that. Aside that, from the president's speech, he made mention of something that I think it is important we take a look at it. He talked about our local alcohol being Apeteshi, competing with the international market. I mean, it was my first time hearing it anyway, but to you, what do you think? I mean, our local alcohol like this competing internationally. I don't know if you've heard it, but to you, what do you think about it?
First of all, let's face the reality. Say, all the dignitaries who came, they came to support not just only the president of the Republic of Ghana, and they came to support the ECOWAS chairman.
Yes.
Let us not forget he's still the chairman of ECOWAS. Now, coming to, I think it's a good news if we have products from Ghana competing all over the world globally. I think it's a welcoming news, but I'm not surprised because those of us in Ghana here would agree and admit to the fact that when this COVID got to its peak, there are a lot of researchers who came out to say, Charlie, it's one of the ways of sanitizing our hands. So we should use our local apeteshi to sanitize our hands, even though people are misusing it to sanitize their throats and their chest. So what you are saying, but the thing is, I think it's a good news. Gone are the days when we have to export cocoa, diamond, timber here and there. So if today, like President said, apeteshi has come to be part of it, then hallelujah. I think it's a good news and it's going to add up to our income as a country. I hope, they are using it the right way so that we can also use the right
benefit.
You know what I mean?
Let me come to you. I mean, so the idea but to get to a standard that it has to compete with the international market. I mean, we have big brands out there that are doing well on the market, but for our local alcohol like this to compete, what do you think about it?
Local alcohol, upon all the natural resources that we have in the country, it's only local alcohol.
I mean, that is also one of the things that
it's
can
good.
give us.
It's good though. It's good, but we thank God for that. Not alcohol. Chese Ghana for a year, dear in Sapan. Only, sir. A petition, preside. And sound to me, would the go for my paja so much to me so. Papa no. Would the go for now Pamanches, now the to my bed, Dalices, yeah. But yeah, dear. I'll say we've done well, and we thank God for that.
We thank God for that. Mr. Julius, I think there was one thing that the mention of planting for food and jobs. He stated categorically that because of planting for food and jobs, it has helped people in the agricultural sector gain more jobs, and then even in the era of COVID, we didn't experience much hunger because we had so many, and then we had places to stock our goods as well. What is your take on that?
Well, I think let me be factual to the issue without any partisan mindset. The fact of the matter is, with respect to planting for food and jobs, throughout last year, before the COVID era, throughout last X months to this far, I think Ghana has never had issue when it has to do with local crops, the fruit, the vegetables. We know the likes of plantains, the cassavas, the coals. In fact, the market is so much choked with foods that we didn't hear any shortage of food. So and we shouldn't expect anything other than that, because he came with a policy planting for food and job. So let's say before he came, there wasn't such a policy. Now you have come with a policy. Indeed, you have employed 1 or 2 people. So say I don't think say news. Yeah, it's under control.
It's under control.
Yeah. So it's right when he used that word. Indeed, I think we didn't feel anything of like.
Now we can buy yam at 5 cedi. You get yam to buy.
I think it's a good. Let's get back to our roads. You know, when it comes to Ghana, our roads are very bad. I mean, right from other regions, Eastern Corridor to the Western region to the Northern region. I mean, when it comes to our road, they are very, very bad. The president also made mention that when it comes to construction of roads, I mean, he's on a fast lane. I mean, he declared, I think last year, a year of roads, that there were massive construction of roads. To you, what do you think? You think there have been indeed massive construction of roads?
You know what? Let us admit certain facts when we come to, educate the general public. He might or may have declared, it's a year of rules, but let us not forget the fact, last year, for instance, we had a COVID which has to intervene with 1 or 2 things. Until the latter part, I think somewhere July, August, we were released to come out and continue with our normal life. But you know what? I said it this morning, and I'll repeat it again. When it has to do with infrastructure, building of roads, bridges here and there, he's getting there, but he's not there yet. Unlike the ex-president Mahama, you can mention about 2, 3, 4 roads. You see, let us not just talk about Greater Accra because we are in Accra. We are, used to it. So what I said. But at the end of the day, when it has to do with roads, I would say that they are trying their best. But as it stands now, when it has to do with major roads, I don't think they have any new development. Because now let's deal with last year, the government has to complete the Tema motorway. And according to our sources, the Tema motorways agreement, the money, etc., everything was done by the previous government. They came over, they did justice to it. That is the beauty of democracy. I didn't start it. Somebody started it, started the negotiations, but I have come to complete it. But please, let Ghanaians know that this is a Ghanaian project.
Right.
It's not a partisan project. Somebody started, you came to complete the motorway. Don't take all the glory. Let the person also feel, I've come to complete it.
Right.
So I can talk of the motorway. I can also talk of the Aboso Kind, the mini overhead over there. I think truly last year, at the latter part of the year, he was able to, come and complete it before the elections. So I think though it's not that much we can talk about roads when it has to do with the current government with respect to last year. They've done their best enough, but I think it's not all that enough as compared to the 4 solid years given to Mahama, whereby he can boast of the Dubai circle, he can boast of friends. I almost forgot Pokwasi, which he started, and I think the current government is also continuing that process.
Yes. All right, so Julius, we are time fast ahead. Moving forward, what is your wish and an expectation from the president?
We are Ghanaians. We have to support him whether we like it or not, because he's at the helm of us affairs as we speak. We are only hope, he said, the president will collaborate with parliament, whether you have the majority or the minority. You have no other business than to collaborate for the sake and development of the country. We are wishing him all the best. We know that there might be challenges, especially with respect to the president, different party, the speaker, different party. There might be 1 or 2 challenges. Let us not, ignore that. It will arise. But we are praying that the good Lord should shower his blessings upon all of us, so that we hope for the best of Ghana in the second term of this government.
Yes, we hope for the best of Ghana in the second term of this government. Let me come to you. Now we have a president.
Yes.
And then we have the next 4 years to go. What is your wish for the president and your expectation?
I wish him long life and prosperity. God should strengthen him so that he can do more. No more sickness.
Okay.
Yes.
The president never came out to say he's sick.
He will never, but do you know COVID-19
Anyway,
was a victim?
we are humans.
Yes.
Right.
So God should strengthen him so that he will do more. And also, all that he is saying he will do, God should let him remember that he said something like that, so that he will do it for us to enjoy our peace in the country. That's what.
All right, so for us to enjoy our peace in the country, this is where time will permit us. And then, until then, this is Ghana. We now have a president, and it is His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I believe it is one Ghana, whether Parliament is being divided or not. Whatever be the case, it is one Ghana. We still live in Ghana. Let's become, work, love each other like we have always been. And then at the end of the day, we achieve a better Ghana. Let me say greetings to Mama Mayday. I know you are watching. Let me say a big greetings to you. And then thank you as well for all you've been doing for me. I appreciate it. All right, so this is where time will permit us to be. And this is your #1 station, Premium TV, right here. Until then, God willing, next week we meet again. Thank you.
The National Democratic Congress, NDC, wants the police to begin investigations into the alleged assault of the